Hi guys, good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while, guys. I hope you can hear me very well. Please like the live stream, like and share. It's just gonna live stream. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. So this particular topic is all about Abina Akwaba's newly launched Miss Africana International pageant, which launched about, I think, last month. Yeah, this pageant was launched last month, and there's so many things that I want to clear out in this pageant because you know a lot of national directors have been appointed so far. In fact, we already have a national director here in Nigeria, in the person of MC Galaxy. Okay, so he just acquired the franchise for Africana, Miss Africana International. So there's some things that I wanted to talk about concerning this particular pageant that was launched by Abina Akwaba herself. You guys know her now. Abina is a former Miss Grand International, originally from Ghana, but she, lived in US. She lives in the US. Okay, so she represented United States and Miss Grand International in the year 2020, and she was crowned that same year. Okay, so Abina is a very seasoned, pageant queen, pageant veteran, and she also served as a judge in the recently concluded MGI All Stars. So Abina is not a small face in pageantry. Okay, she has been there. She has been a national director of Miss Grand Ghana. So this is not the first time that she is in the business of pageantry. So I would say, she knows a little bit about pageantry. She knows one or two things about pageantry. So yeah, this particular pageant is something I want to talk about because at some point, um, it actually, to me, it shows, oh, she's actually breaking away from MGI because she has already resigned from being the national director of Miss Grand Ghana. So she wants to she wants to focus more on her newly launched pageant, which is called Miss Africana International. And this particular pageant, according to what they said, is open to ladies of African descent only. Okay, so I think this is kind of like a pageant that cares for the African ladies, because of course we all know what has been going on in the pageant world, whereby we always complain that a lot of African beauties, a lot of African girls are not given the opportunity in international pageants. So Abina is saying, okay, I wanted to launch this pageant for Africans, for the promotion of Africans and for you know Africans around the world that wants to have a link to the African continent in one way or the other, through their mother's side or through their father's side, and they want to associate with the African culture, and they have African blood in them. Okay, so she's now calling on them to come and celebrate their heritage, celebrate where they're coming from. Okay, now the criteria for this pageant is that you must be between the ages of 18 to 35 years of age. Okay, you must be between the ages of 18 to 35 years of age, ready to travel, must be of African descent, and you must promote the African culture. You must also um, um, be from the African Caribbean, African Asian, African European. As long as you have the African blood in you, either of your parents are African or your grandparents are African, you can't contest in this particular pageant. So it's more or less like giving, ladies across the world that identify with the African continent a chance to prove themselves, a chance to celebrate the African culture and heritage. Okay, so that is it. And so far, a lot of, like I said, a lot of national directors from different countries have been appointed so far, from US, Canada, Ghana, Nigeria, Asia, and some part of, Europe as well. They've already been, appointed. Okay. Over here in Nigeria, of course, MC Galaxy is the national director of Miss Africana International. So in their next pageant, of course, they're going to pick a representative to from the Nigerian from Nigeria to represent the country. So now I want to be clear about something. Where is this pageant going to take place? Because Abina is saying, oh, we're going to have this pageant next year, and she's already towards next year. post country of the pageant. Like there's so many things, nitty gritties that she needs to talk about. Okay, now we are saying African descent. Is it that we're going to be having mixture? Of course. The what they call it over here, the mixture of African and Caucasian ladies are going to be present because, of course, like we mentioned here in Nigeria, we have half castes. The half caste ladies will also be represented, and I don't know. For me, it's going to be an interesting pageant, but I think that so many other things that they need to work on. What are they promoting? Are they promoting the African culture, like she mentioned, promoting the African culture? But at the same time, what is the pet project, or what is the basis, the major basis of the pageant? Because in as much as we are trying to cultivate a pageant that promotes the African culture, there must be like the humanitarian side of it. What is the humanitarian side of it? What is the core value of this particular pageant? What are they going to be promoting? What are they going to be, apart from the culture, what are they going to be advocating for? What is the humanitarian side of it? Is it going to be a pageant that has to do with how will I put it? What is the right word for it? Miss Criticizer, hello, good morning. How are you doing? So looking forward to this. Yeah, it's a bit of gray area. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what is the there's something I wanted to say before you came in. Good to have you here. Good to have you discuss with me on this particular topic. Sorry, I have a bit of cold, so if my voice is kind of husky, it's the weather over here in Nigeria. The weather is so cold. I know that over there in Europe, you guys are having a heat wave, but here in Nigeria, it's kind of cold. It's been raining, so it's been raining for weeks now. So now, yeah, before you came in, I was saying something about what is the core value. Like, if a particular contestant is coming to the pageant, each person will come with their own story. Miss World now is a humanitarian pageant. It has to do with charity. So apart from promoting the African culture, what other things is Miss Africana promoting? What is the major um like what are they going? What's the impact? You know on the African continent? What impact is it going to what's the impact at the end of the day? And as far as these ladies are must be of African descent, they are coming in with their stories, because of course you guys know that when it comes to mixed race, or how would I put it, half caste or mixed race ladies or children, or how would I put it, like personalities, they always come with a story of racism. They always come with stories of being left out. They always come with stories of, even when they have a parent that is a Caucasian, they always have the story of being left out or being bullied, because they have the African blood, or they are from Africa, or they have the bit of African um um African personality or African blood in them. So are they coming up with their stories of that, or what is the major rule? Because at the end of the day, it's we are looking at a pageant where we are celebrating the African culture, but with different personalities, with different stories. And but the fact that these ladies, most of these ladies have not lived in the African continent before, because of course we are saying Afro Asia, Afro Caribbean, Afro Europe, and also the African ladies that are born here in Africa, that live their life in Africa. So it's a bit, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this pageant. He said, "Oh, yes, get better. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the recommendation." Yeah, I've been taking hot tea, but I don't think it's working. So I think I need to try this, your lemon and ginger tea. I will try it out. Thank you so much for that. She said, "I guess it's promoting black beauty, but the problem is that the North Africans, mixed race, are allowed to participate, which contradicts it." Exactly, exactly. Oh, this is not StreamYard though. I don't know if I can send the link. This is not StreamYard. Maybe I would. Should I change to StreamYard? I wanted to change to StreamYard, but let me see. Okay, maybe what I would. What should I do? Just give me a clue now, because this is normal YouTube live stream. It's not a StreamYard, so you can't call in. So maybe should I end it and go on StreamYard? Let me know so that we can continue. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So let me do that now. Let me end the live stream and go on to StreamYard. I'll be back in the next, let's say, 5 minutes. Okay. Thank you very much.